Hey guys, welcome back. You know, everybody puts a intro in here. I'm going to leave my intro till a little bit later and let's just jump in because I got so much to do with you today and only 20 minutes to do it in. So let's just go for it. I got my packages today and I'm so glad I told you guys to get this. God, it would have been embarrassing if these things were bad. I got the 20 pencils in deal from the Prismacolor. I had a feeling they were real. I kind of knew they were because they were coming kind of like official, but since they came in like a weird box and you just never know. And the price is just too good. So I got them in and I'm happy to report they are real. Here's the colors they come with: the white, it comes with an blue violet, a gray. It really good color. I mean, these are colors that you can just have because you're going to use them up. I can never have enough canary yellow. It came with this book and I didn't have it in my hands, I couldn't show you. I don't love the book as far as coloring goes, but you know, being a New Yorker, I kind of like this book. I'm not throwing it away. The Staten Island Ferry, the High Line of Manhattan. I've been to all these places, having grown up there, and so this is a really cool book. Unfortunately, the book itself, it's too small to really appreciate coloring in, at least for me. If I'm going to do something with that much detail, I'm going to use marker. You know, if you like New York, it's a nice little book to have, and that's just a plus. So you're still getting your pencils for, what, 44 cents? So that's the first thing. I'm going to try to hurry up through this stuff because I got a lot of new stuff to show you. I'm going to get a little mean girl today. I got the MarkArt pencils in, and let me tell you something. This company is stupid. Well, they think that we're stupid. These pencils are so freaking good. They didn't have to do what they did. All they had to do is sell the product. The product itself was sold itself. And you're going to laugh about this. I'm highly recommending these pencils. But this vendor, I hope they see this because they're dumb. And they think we're dumb. And we're not. First of all, these are Nyomi pencils. And I suspected they were Nyomi. And I knew it in my heart they were. And now that I've gotten them in, they're Nyomi pencils. All this other stuff that they did to hide the fact that they were a good pencil, I don't get. This is like ridiculous. So I'm going to show you some things on here just because I like the shits and laughs. So you're going to recognize this, the black, that's Prismacolor. I mean, come on guys, we know that. Now, this pencil company went after Arteza. Now, you guys know I don't like Arteza, but even I have to say, come on. Let's like be a little bit more original. So here we have MarkArt. Do you notice anything? 48, 48. Now, this is coming from the same, this may be coming from the same place that sells Arteza pencils, but Arteza is not Nyomi at all. Now, the set that I told you about, that was $13.99, is even nicer in person than it is on the screen. This set, Nyomi pencils go for much more money. What were these people thinking? Okay, so let's establish that who's copying who. Okay, so now you're glomming onto, MarkArt is glomming onto Arteza's logos. Maybe people will think they're Arteza. Why would somebody do that? You've got Nyomi pencils. These pencils are fantastic. So it must have been, because it's going to get funnier than this. So I see this. I'm like, oh no, no. I didn't even put together the 48 and the 48 over there. Now, if you want to see something on these pencils, and I know I'm giving like this oxymoron type of review of these, but the pencils are so good. So they have the little thing that Nyomi gives, and the colors are fantastic. There's not too much red, there's enough blue, it's perfect with the greens. You got yourself 3 nice tonal valued light skin tone pencils. I lifted it up. I was like, okay, let's see what's underneath. Gorgeous. Look at this beautiful selection of colors that they gave. They're all analogous. They're not too close together. You got a couple of nice little gray pencils in there. It goes into the green blues. You got your purples, and they gave the gold and silver. And you want to know something? You had it going on. Now, they personally did this. When they were choosing to dupe Arteza and Prismacolor, I'm going to laugh at this because this is the stuff that got Arteza into trouble. Look what they did to their pencil. Where have we seen that before? I was like, oh no, expert. It's following me. You couldn't see that from their ad, because they didn't even like go too far up into, like, they didn't get their close-ups up, because why were you hiding the pencils? You like trying to hide that your Nyomi pencils? Now, these lay down gorgeous. They perform beautifully. They blend. All that nicety stuff that pencils are supposed to do, this set does. This is how screwy it is. They put all these wordings in big lettering, made in China, expert, you know, the number of the pencil. They've got their logo over here, their painting. I don't know why they put painting on there, but Chinese people do think coloring is painting. It's the way they do it. It's what they say. Like, you'll say, oh, I paint with colored pencils. You don't color with colored pencils. That's just the way they say it. All this lettering they paid to put on these pencils. You would think they would put the name of the pencil on the pencil. And it's not that they didn't think of that. And you're going to laugh about this because I did. I was like, what the? So Nyomi has a beautiful inside package. It's a rainbow, and it's really nice. Why they paid to change this? They paid a lot to change this. And they had buy a lot of stock, which is good for us to do this. So the company that puts out the Nyomi pencils, the Huzhang Yingyang Pencil Company, it's really long with the suburbs and the whatever. It's not really that important. This company thought of all the pencil names. They put the pencil names up here instead of on the pencil. So you'll be happy to know they have watermelon pink and apricot and orchid purple. And they came up with these really nice names. Pink macaron, mint green. So it's all here. And they didn't put it on the pencil. Okay, I want to know who in their development team thought this one up. So, yes, I'm making fun of them because they weren't being very original. They could have done so much better. And all they had to do was say, here, Nyomi, come and get it. Now, they upped their price. The second they saw, so what I'm thinking that is they did all of this. And they got it up on Amazon. They paid a boatload of money for this. They have their stock in Amazon, and they went nowhere on Amazon. Why? Because who the heck has ever heard of MarkArt? And they did everything to fool the public into thinking they're Arteza and they're Prismacolor. And they probably went nowhere. Well, the other day, when I found these pencils and used my microscope to go find out that these pencils are Nyomi pencils, they didn't have any sales or good sales. They sold fingernail polish and fake nails. Well, in one day, they sold out. And as soon as they started seeing that they were making sales, They upped their price. Not nice, but what are you going to do? They're still lower than any other Nyomi pencil you can find out there. It's now up to like $16.99, and it was like $13.99. So they added $3 on there. I don't really blame them. These pencils are still undervalued on Amazon, $16.99 for a 48 set of this quality. This is one of the best quality pencils in China. These and I got dirt on this company. Nyomi copied Deli, and I got that from the inside. Okay, so the Nyomi company put out a pencil copying Deli. Like I told you guys, these pencils look just like Deli pencils. So that Deli is like one of the biggest in China and oldest companies in China. So tisk tisk. This is what these companies do, and it's up to us to unravel their mess. Again, shame on the MarkArt company for not trusting in your product. Your product is good. Learn from it next time. Sell this stock out and forget the rest. You don't need to pay for it. It's just packaging. Go with Nyomi. And that's where I'm putting my foot down on. So they're gorgeous. The next thing, I've got a lot to talk about. Mean Girl talk today. Now, I was going to do a video where I was going to take the professional companies and I was going to test out and see how their Scholar line compares to the originals. So I have two of them here. I don't know where my Scholars are right now. So we'll look at the Faber-Castell first, because it could be nice, and then I'm going to be not so nice. I got the Faber-Castells. There was 60 pencils. I think I paid like $29 for this set. Got the pencils in. I'm not going to swatch them out or anything like that. You'll just have to trust me. They were great pencils. I got my money's worth. The Faber-Castell put up and shut up about their Scholar line. And they put out a very nice student pencil for a very reasonable price. I was happy. Now, I did discover that the Faber-Castell pencils are manufactured in Indonesia. I never looked up where the manufacturing companies for Faber-Castell is, so I don't really know if they do manufacture out of Indonesia, but that's where these were manufactured out of. They've got their Faber-Castell name. Nice pencil. They're usually put out, the main place I think is Germany. And then we got to the Prismacolor. Prismacolor, also the Scholars were 60 pencils, and I got the Prismas for 37. Still, I can tell that they're student grade, but they were really super good. I mean, if you really want the quality of Prismacolor, but you can't afford the $85 for the professional set, I'm not going to like smack your hand and say don't do it when it comes to the Scholar pencils. They were very good pencils. And they passed the smear test. So their water solubility, and they were fine. Very happy. There's two. Look, we're getting a pattern here. So then I went out and I bought Derwent Academy. Now, Derwent Academy wasn't as generous with their pencils. They only put out a set of 24, and they put out a set of 12. But I only paid 16, but 24 pencils, so for $16. 24 and 24, so if you double, 48 pencils for $32. That's the same price for much less pencils, 48 pencils versus 60 pencils. For around, I mean, give and take a couple of bucks. But it's the Derwent pencils. Now, I've never been disappointed with the Derwent. I have their Color Soft. I have their Pro Color. I've got their metallics. My favorite pencils, I even have a set of them, but not the full set, are their drawing pencils. One of my favorite whites is the Derwent Chinese white drawing pencil. Beautiful pencil. And my top black pencil comes from Derwent too. Their ivory black is my favorite black pencil. Even beats out my Holbeins. Just like the feel of the pencil and the way it lays down. So I had a lot of high expectations for Derwent. I am not happy. This isn't even their children's line. They've got 2 children's lines. One for kids under the age of 14. This is for their set for 14 and above. They tote this out for us, adult colorers. I saw these and I was like, uh-oh, it's black barrel. But not all black barrels are equal. And I'm going to do a video on that because they look alike, they resemble each other, but not all are the same. I have some really good ones and I have some really crappy ones. This set has got to be the crappiest set of budget pencils I have bought yet. I'm almost at the point now, if I didn't maybe need them for like a video later on to compare, I would have returned these pencils. First of all, they're not even made in the Derwent manufacturer. They're made in Taiwan. They painted these pencils so poorly that these pencils are basically unused. They're all the same size, so all of the barrels should be even. Some of them are painted thin, like here, next to one of them that's painted thick. Where's the quality control in this company? But I can get over the barrels. Half of the barrels, you could see on here, are scratched. So it's cheap. Very cheap. But I can get over the outside of the barrel and the paint. You know, things happen. Now, I want you to know, on their website, specifically written, these pencils are not water soluble. Now, I would have been like, okay, you know, cheap pencils are cheap pencils, and some of them are, and some of them are worse than others. Some of them are really, really bad. But this company, and it's a good company, professional company, since the 1800s, that's when this company came to be, says that their pencils are not water soluble. I'm going to believe them. And I didn't have so much problem with the water solubility because I'm kind of getting used to that in the cheaper budget sets. There's no pigment in these pencils and they're scratchy as heck. I have to actually, to bring this to color, I have to burnish these pencils. I'm striking hard. This is way, way harder than I would ever do on a layer of pencil. And still, if you look at the pencil, all white areas, so the pigment's not mixed very nicely. If you compare that to I'll get out a Farber. Look at the pigment on this. This is the same pencil, by the way, or just very close to it. That's one layer. If I burnish, look how beautifully this pencil burnishes. How rich that color is. Now, I could even go one color deeper. Let's see. These don't have the colors on them, but let's see what this... This one's close. That's one layer, and I'm going harder than I normally would go. Here's 2 layers. I'll give them 2 light layers. And now let's burnish. Look at the pigment difference on the laydown from over here to over here, and I'm going hard. You can hear how hard I'm going on this pencil. Junk. The $16 for their 24 pencils, they can keep their 24 pencils. So now I'm going to play you my intro, which is a really funny place to be putting it, but I found another pencil and who deserves mocking, because this one is really funny if you think about it. I found this on Amazon, and the price of the pencils are ridiculous. I'm going to play you the intro that I started working on, and then we're going to discuss how funny these pencils really are. I really had to go to the bottom of Amazon to find this. It intrigued me when I first saw the picture, and I had to take a closer look. And then I just started to laugh because this listing was ridiculous. Now, I'm also not suggesting anybody go out and get these pencils, and you'll see why in just a minute. The Magic Nichang Masterpiece 72 color oil color pencil set, interpreting royal culture, touching royal oriental aesthetics, enjoying the beauty of summer, palace royal life. Oh my God. Really? Really? The beauty of summer, palace royal life. So if you buy these pencils, you will have this Zen experience, out of body, straight to China. You will be touching oriental aesthetics, and you will be transposed into royal palace life. Then it went on. Color pencils are perfect for professionals, aspiring enthusiasts. Now, if you think about that, you're inspiring to be enthusiastic, which translates to you want to be enthusiastic. So you want to like these pencils. Okay. And beginners looking to tap into their inner creative, well, it's supposed to be inner creativity, and have fun. Best gift sets for kids and friends. Okay. But they were professional pencils. Vibrant pigment, rich colors, 72 oil pencils in a premium steel. Now, every other place goes a tin box. This, a steel storage box. Sketch and paint with watercolor pencils. Wait a minute. These are oil pencils. These are not watercolor pencils. But hey, sketch and paint with watercolor pencils. Oily pencil lead, rich and bright color, delicate, smooth painting, vivid color gradient. Now here is the first thing they've said that I'll actually agree on, and you'll see why. Durable cores sharpened to a fine point and resist breaking. Round basswood pen rod. Pen rods are what they call barrels, pencil barrels in China. It's okay. Comfortable grip. I will agree on that. Now I'm going to be transfixed and moved into this Oriental Palace living if I buy these pencils. And how much are they? $49.87. So for $49.87, I'm getting this. Then my magical little fairy, they're Deli pencils in a remade box. So yes, folks, if you buy the Deli pencils, you will be beamed back to China to live in the royal palace. Who thinks of these things? They had a perfectly good pencil set on AliExpress. This exact set sells for $36.53. And where can you get these? My friend Andy. He's going to have them back in stock in a very short amount of time. So with that little giggle, I will leave you for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.